When elders become incapacitated, usually because of dementia, they can be declared by the court incapacitated and are placed under a guardianship. For elders who have no money at all, the state funds these guardianships. And what has happened as a result of Governor Rick Scott's veto is that about 100 elders in Sarasota County, their cases no longer have funding. It was a $750,000 veto that was split between Sarasota and Escambia counties. So Lutheran Services Florida, the nonprofit agency, is scrambling to serve these 100 adults, and what's worse is they're not taking any new cases. So that means at least 20 so far just in the last few weeks who don't have any way of getting services in finding them food, clothing, shelter, all the basic supports that every human needs. As a result, these elders are stranded for now unless Lutheran Services can come up with some private funds to take them on. They have been assured by the state, they say, that the funding will be restored next year as it was last year. They're not sure why this happened, but in the meantime, there is no money to look after these older Floridians.
In tomorrow's sports section, we have a bit of an unusual story. Terry Stabler, a 30-year Sarasota resident, is working out with kettlebells. She's been doing it so much, she's going to compete in the national championships in Chicago in August. If she does well there, she's going to qualify the World Championships in Dublin, Ireland. Let's pull for her and see how that story goes.
Hi, last night was the 86th Major League Baseball All-Star Game, and I think except for the 1999 one where Ted Williams was introduced to the crowd and the all-time greatest players were introduced, last night was probably the best All-Star Game. And I'm not even talking about the game, how about the pre-game ceremony where the greatest living players were introduced and each team's franchise 4 players were introduced, and it was in the home of baseball, Cincinnati, where the first professional team was located. And Pete Rose is introduced as one of the greatest Reds players of all time. He got the greatest ovation. Everybody knows about Pete Rose's problems with gambling and trying to get reinstated into baseball. But the atmosphere was electric. It was fantastic. And so good, in fact, that I'll be writing about it in tomorrow's Herald-Tribune. And check Tom Tryon and myself out on WTF tomorrow morning at 11:30 in the Herald-Tribune. We'll be talking about the same thing.